You ever have that light bulb moment, that brilliant idea for an app, but then you immediately think, now what? Well, today, we're going to build a roadmap for that exact journey. We'll break down how to turn that little spark of an idea into a real successful Android app, covering everything from why you should even build one to how to find the right people to make it happen.
We've all been there, right? The flash of inspiration for an app that could just change everything. For your business, for your customers, maybe even for a whole industry. It's an awesome feeling.
But that initial buzz is almost always followed by some pretty big questions. See, an idea is one thing, but execution? That's the whole ballgame. How do you actually build it? And who can you trust to get your vision right? In this explainer, we're going to give you the map to navigate that exact path, from concept all the way to launch.
First things first, we have to tackle the big question. Why? Why build a mobile app in the first place? I mean, we've got websites, we've got social media. What makes an app so special?
A well-built app is so much more than just a digital brochure. It's a strategic powerhouse. It gives you a direct line to your users right in their pocket. It builds your brand on the most personal device they own. And, all of that leads to a higher return on your investment. It's a tool that handles all the complicated tech stuff so you can get back to what you do best, running your business.
Okay, so you're sold on the why. The next big question is, what kind of app can you even build? Let me tell you, the possibilities today are way bigger than you might think. Let's take a look.
See, we've come a long, long way from just simple apps. The development world today covers everything from those rock-solid native Android apps, which are kind of the foundation of it all the way to these cutting-edge experiences using blockchain, AR, and VR. You can even migrate and modernize older apps.
Now let's pause on native apps for a second, because this is a really important idea. These are apps built specifically for Android. That means they can use all the power of the phone, which makes them faster, more secure, and just feel way more intuitive to use. It's like the difference between a custom-tailored suit and one you just grab off the rack. And then you've got the really cool stuff, like augmented and virtual reality. If you want to create an experience that people are actually going to remember, something that makes your brand totally unforgettable, this is how you do it. Think about those furniture apps that let you see a new couch right there in your living room before you buy it. That's a game changer. And for any business that needs, top-tier security or total transparency in their systems, blockchain isn't just some buzzword anymore. It's a real, proven technology that's used to build these super robust, enterprise-level solutions for things like finance or supply chain logistics. It's the real deal.
Okay, you've got your why, you've explored the what. Now we get to what might be the most critical piece of this entire puzzle, the who. Who is actually going to build this thing for you? Honestly, this one decision can make or break your entire project.
This right here is a great checklist to use when you're talking to potential partners. Ask them these questions. Do they have a deep bench of experts? When they say they use an agile methodology, what does that actually mean for you? Well, it should mean they work in short bursts and get your feedback constantly, so you don't waste 6 months building the wrong thing. And, so important, do they communicate clearly? These are the absolute non-negotiables.
So let's say you found a team that just checks all the boxes. How does the relationship actually work? How do you set things up so everyone succeeds? Let's demystify the different ways you can partner up.
It really boils down to 3 main paths, and picking the right one depends on just one thing. How clear is your project's scope? I mean, are your plans totally set in stone? Are they probably going to change and evolve? Or are you just trying to test out a brand new idea? This table makes the whole thing crystal clear. Just look at the rows. You can see how the scope directly connects to the billing. If your scope is clearly defined, well then a fixed cost model makes total sense. But if you're working with some emerging tech and the scope is undefined, then billing based on effort gives you the flexibility you need. And for testing out an idea, a fixed price pilot is perfect for seeing if it's got legs, without a huge commitment.
All right, finally, how can you be sure a team can actually deliver on their promises? Talk is cheap, right? So what are the real signs, the hallmarks, of a team with proven experience? Let's look at the proof points you should be looking for.
A number like this, it tells a story. Over 2,500 projects delivered, that's not just a volume metric. That represents thousands of unique problems that have been solved, processes that have been perfected, and tough lessons learned along the way. It's a huge indicator of deep experience.
And this one might be even more important. Happy clients. Over 1,600 of them tells you that the focus isn't just on finishing a project. It's about delivering a quality product that actually helps the client reach their goals and gives them real value.
So, as we wrap this up, just remember this.
A truly trustworthy partner will always have a strong portfolio you can actually look at, positive testimonials you can verify, and a proven track record. Oh, and look for things like free support after delivery. That's a huge sign that a partner really stands by their work and is invested in your success for the long haul.
We've covered the why, the what, the who, and the how. You now have the framework to go from that initial idea to making a real impact. So the only question left isn't just, what will your app do? It's, whose problem is it going to solve? Now go build it.